Today we're gonna discuss about the internal sales debit note applet. So what actually is sales debit note? So sales debit note actually is a document that issued by a seller to a buyer to notify on the current debt obligation. We usually use a debit note for the correction when you already issue the invoice before and then you want to increase the amount of the invoice. So that's when you use a sales debit note. So in the big ledger, the sales debit note, we're gonna have a listing and also the create in the UI font UI. Okay, on the listing, we're gonna show you how you can search the listing on the sales debit note by you can search by customer, specific customer. You can search by specific branches, specific sales agent or salesman, and then you can filter the listing whether you want to see view it by a creation date or transaction date, and also you can filter by the status of the transaction whether it's a posting is a final draft or void or discarded. Okay, that will be the listing. And then we're gonna when you want to create the transaction, we're gonna have a lot of tab under one UI, which is your main details where you put all the branches and the date and everything, remarks reference for the document, the invoice tab, and then the account where you choose your customer lines. This is where you choose the item, and then ARAP if for the amount, a trace document, contra if let's say you want to contra with any other for the sales debit note. You can export where you can reprint the sales debit note attachment when you want to attach something to the document, sales debit note document, and settlement. Okay, settlement, the one that touching your cash flow. So to create the sales debit note, there are few applets that related to it. So first thing first will be the doc item maintenance, where you need to create the new item, new item code, which is it is an account code type. All right. So from there, you need to link with the company, and then you choose the GL code. Okay. So this is one applet. The other applet will be the chart of account. Okay. So actually we have two options, whether you want to create it from the doc item maintenance or you want to create it under the chart of account. So that's why they are related applet over here. So if let's say you don't use any from a doc item maintenance, then you can create the item from the chart of account. The chart of account, you need to create the you go to the listing basically, and then you can see the left menu, which is called create item by chart of account, and then you choose the category and then you click create from the GL code. Okay, later I'm going to show you on this. So here the creation step also is that you need to go to the main details where you choose your branch, sales agent, date, reference, and currency if you have multi-currency. Account code basically is for your customer. Line item where you need to choose the item type that you created over here, okay, which is the account type, which is a GL code type, and then you choose you key in the prices, okay, and then you key in the settlement or contract. So settlement, if let's say you want to close the sales capital that you don't want to do further contract, future contract, then so you can key in the share settlement. So if let's say you or you can contract for the future invoice, okay, and then you can do if any attachment, and export is for your reprint. Okay, and the status, these three status. So this is actually will be the UI. The one that I show here would be the import. So if let's say you have multiple and then you want to import using CSV file, so we also have the import over here. Okay, and then the Applet setting later I will gonna show you. Okay, all right. So let's go to the system wise. Okay, the first one would be okay. This is sales debit note UI where the search filter, the advanced filter that I explained just now is will be here where you can based on the specific customer, specific branches. For the branches, let's say you want to see for all, so you can click all like this. If for specific, then you just filter by one. Okay, and then the sales agent, posting status, as also the active. So if let's say you want to see filter by transaction date, creation date, and then whether it's by transaction updated, created. Okay, so you can see here. So the next one will be how you create the sales debit note. So you just make sure that you need to click plus. So when you click plus, so the UI will be shown on the right hand side. Okay, right hand side over here. So main detail where you choose your branches. You choose your branch and then your location. You choose your sales agent if any. Then you can change your transaction date, so due date, all the currency you can put it here. Okay, and then we go to the account for where you choose your customer. Okay, where you choose your customer. So if let's say your customer is not in the list over here, so you can create the customer inside the sales debit note applet, where it's here where you make sure that it's under the create and edit button, edit mode basically. And then the plus button will be shown where you can click plus to create the new customer. Okay, so you don't need to go to the customer applet to create it. So if let's say it's already exists, so make sure that it's this under the select mode. Okay, and then you choose one of the customer, and then you go to the line. This line is where you key in the item. Okay, the item here will be the GL code type. Okay, the GL code supposed to be under the GL code type. Okay, later I'm going to show where you can create the GL code type item. Okay, the ARAP where you can see how much is your settlement and everything. So the next one will be the settlement. Okay, and then this one will be the header, tracing document, trace document, and contra. So for this contra, system actually will generate under the same branch and then under the same entity. Okay, same entity means that under the same customer, that for you to the future contra. Okay, and then attachment if any, export if you have you want to reprint. Okay, so if you want to reprint, you can use choose the printable and then export as PDF. Okay, so on the left side over here, the first one that I showed was usually with the necessary debit note menu. The second one would be the line item. So this line item basically show you based on the item that you choose. The item that you choose, and then next we have a file import. Okay, so this file import is the one that you can upload using the CSV file. So you can click plus over here, and then you can download for the sample of sys debit note. Then you can key in the information. So after that, then you need to choose this upload file, then you click add. So system will show you what will be the error. So if let's say it's done, then it's done. Okay, and then we have a setting of here is mainly used for your admin, which is application setting, where you can hide and then you can what would be the one that you want to show over here, whether you want to hide certain tab, the one that you don't use, so you can put it here. All the user come here, and then all the look just now when I create I need to choose the branches. So if let's say you want all the user do not need to choose any branches, so you can set under the default branch. Okay, printable format. Okay, knock off and then all the thing, and then here we have a permission wise, then you can set it over here. Okay, so we have another one, we have personalization. So we in the personalization we have a default selection. So we have two type of selection over here. One will be under the default selection. This default selection under application under setting, it will affect the whole applet, meaning one applet will be affected. So all the user will view the same branches as a default branches. And then next will be personalization. So personalization is based by the user. So if let's say user A, they put the default location is a branch A. User B, they can choose to set the default selection will be branch B. So they can have their own personalization. Okay. So the default selection on the setting, okay, it will be override by the personalization. So that's the internal. So next, we how to create the GL code item. So the GL code item you can create under two applet. One would be the chart of account. The other one is the doc item maintenance. So the doc item maintenance under the item maintenance, this is a sample, which is electricity. So you key in your item code, your item name. So you make sure that your type here will be account type. So after it is account type, right? Account type, you need to go to the company linking. Okay, you click plus, you choose your company. Okay, if let's say you have a multiple company, if not, okay, if not, then you choose one only, and then here is where after you choose, all right, after you choose the company, there will be GL code. GL code type tab over here. You need to choose what would be the GL code for that GL code. Then after you save. That will be the first applet. If let's say you want to create the GL code or the account type. The next will be chart of account. So you can choose either one. If let's say you want to go from a chart of account, okay, you open the chart of account applet over here, okay, and then you go, or you open on the left, you go scroll down, you will see the GL code create item. So you click on it, okay. The GL category that you uploaded into the system will be here on the listing. So you click one of them, you click search, okay, and then there will be a box here to for you to create. For now, because this one already created, so the item code will be shown. What will be the item code? So if let's say it's not created yet, so it become like this, you're gonna see the box over here. So if you want to, okay, this one you want to create the account code, okay, item, then you click create. So system will load and then the item code will be shown and then the box will be gone. So you make sure that there's a GL code. First, you need to go to GL code first. Okay, you need to create the GL code type over here, either from doc item or the chart of account. So after that, then only you go to the sales debit note to create the new transaction. So yeah, that's basically is for the sales debit note. Okay. If let's say you have any question, you might contact us for the query. So yeah, I think that's it for the sales debit. I'm gonna stop the sharing. So right, thank you.